Is it doing? I think it's doing. Cool. And I even remembered to plug my microphone in ahead of time. Look at me. How are you guys doing? This is Sarah. It's Friday again. I think the last time I streamed was the previous Friday. And I woke up this morning and it seems like everyone's freaking out all over the country, probably the world. Seems like every morning I wake up some new level of hysteria has been reached, which is bad, but whatever. Kind of sucks because my birthday is next week, so everyone's going to be shut into their houses, hiding away from the coronavirus during my birthday week, which I would be doing normally anyway, all on my own, because that's how I be. But I don't know. It's spring here in Vegas, and it sounded like a good idea to go out and have a nice birthday dinner on a patio somewhere and eat cheese, but that's definitely not happening now. And all my plans for the spring have so far been either postponed or canceled altogether, so yeah, I'm just sort of adjusting in the wake of all that's happening. I hope everyone's safe and doing well wherever you are in the world. It's an interesting time. Year's off to a great start. But today is robots. Today I have a mess on the counter right now. There's nothing there to look at, so I'm not gonna switch the camera yet. But I have this box of goodies that I got from Pololu Robotics quite a while ago. It's been over a month now. The goal was to play around with one of their balancing robot kits in order to potentially discern how I might make my own balancing variety of mini flamingo. I'm making self-balancing lawn ornaments, specifically flamingos. And in addition to making full-scale large flamingos out of hoverboards, I want to make some tiny ones as well. I think in my last stream I ended by showing this bin of mini flamingos I got from Target from like the dollars section last spring or something, and I really want to mount those on some sort of robotic platform and make those bobble around the backyard with all the birds that we've got going on back there now. We just had a huge thunderstorm last night here in Vegas, so the yard is nice and moist, so the birds are having a holiday out in the lawn right now in our very Mad Maxian backyard. I don't know. How's everybody else doing? How are you all holding up? Here, I didn't even pop out the chat. Look at me. There's the chat window. Ah. You go away. You stay. There we go. Cool. Hi, James. Hi, Haswan. Counter block soldier. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you guys too. Yeah, coronavirus is sucking. I wish everyone would calm the fuck down. Mark went to Sam's Club, I think, last Tuesday to get normal stuff like groceries and things, and I think that yeah, when he came home he was like, there's no more toilet paper, it was all gone. I'm like, what do you mean it's all gone? Now I'm like, oh, so it started last Tuesday. That was when the toilet paper in bulk vanished from the shelves. Yep. Anyhow, I'm gonna post the link to my stream real quick on Twitter, and then I will dive into what I'm doing. Just giving everybody a chance to come join in and hang out with us. Ah, such as it is. No. Where did I find the link last time? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hi, Twitter. I don't want to know what's happening. There we go. That should be good, appropriate, something like that. Whatever. Okay, anyhow, back to that bench view. There we go. I'm gonna carry this microphone over with me since otherwise you probably won't be able to hear me terribly well. Yeah. Okay, so you're definitely not going to be able to see this unless I drag it over here, which I totally can. Here, real quick. Oh man. So, there we go. I have this majestic thing. How far do I have to move back to show it? I need like a overall camera for the lab that like can pan out and catch everything. But this is the thing I built on the stream last week. Oh god. It's the twister for the foot pads of the hoverboard, and then the thing that's attached to the middle here, starting at this like brace right here. Oh god, going all the way up to the majestic boy here at the top with his little wingdings. You can see I still have those awkward roller bearings as counterweights up here at the top, but I did replace the tongue compressors with actual plastic 3D printed nuggets right here, and I've got my bearing and my pivot and my tendon all kind of mapped out with more hard measurements, so it should work a little bit better. Yeah, but this is ready to test. As soon as I plug the motors, the servos down here that are mounted at the bottom, right there, right here, the things that are responsible for kind of tugging on these tendons on the side and making the weights swing back and forth. Once I plug those into that Arduino that I had wired up last week, I'll be able to see if this mechanism works or not, and I'll probably do that a little bit later. I already foresee that this isn't going to work. Ideally, there's some things I need to change and update, but I might as well see where I'm at as a checkpoint before I get ahead of myself and make changes to the CAD. And I didn't move the microphone back, so maybe you didn't hear any of that at all. Hopefully you did. That says you can hear me from over there. So back to there. All right, Carl. Big Carl is going to go over here, and he's going to glower down upon me as I assemble his offspring today. Alright. Let's go that way. So this is the old rocker where the motor's mounted. Not important anymore. Alright, so I've got this box. And if you can't hear me, yell at me in chat. I'll see it here in a second when I check the chat. You should though. The cord for the microphone won't reach far enough to get it right underneath my face, but should be good enough. Scoot that a few inches closer. Is what it is. Hopefully that's good enough. But yeah, things are kind of crazy right now. So, to give you an idea how big this robot is going to be, these are, of course, the wheels that I'm going to be using for it. And if you want to know what I'm assembling specifically, there's a kit from Pololu that is a balancing robot kit. and I forget the name off the top of my head, but it comes with the circuit board you need, and I think you have to buy the motors extra, which they sell, so it's not that big of a deal. But it includes everything you need to make this cute little single axis balancing robot, which is kind of where I'm at right now. I want to build one of those first. To give a little bit of a backstory on Carl, the big flamingo, about 4 years ago, kind of a year after Noodle was born, I decided that I wanted to make a ball balancing robot that was a flamingo. And in my mind, everything was just sort of easy. It seemed like it would have been an easy thing to figure out. I built the actual mechanism for the ball balancing robot, but then we couldn't get the code to work, and we couldn't get the actual physical bits to function the way that they needed to in order to make the lawn ornament stay upright. That's this thing. So this is the kit that I'll be assembling right now. I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Perfect. And hi everybody who just joined. Hi Micus. Long time no see. I'm sorry it's been such a long time. So that is the kit that I'm going to be putting together. And again, Palolu is right down the street from us. It's in Vegas, and it's specifically literally right down the street from Mark and I, so we kind of lucked out as far as robotics companies are concerned. Oh, man. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to yank that off screen. Alright, so we've got a couple of static bags. These are bits. Ooh, there's even more bits. There's bits with springs. I'm guessing those are for the battery packs, maybe? That's what that looks like. Those are battery bobs. There are some gears here. Ooh. It occurs to me now that I might have to look up instructions on my laptop. So there's probably a very high likelihood at this point that I'm gonna have to yank my laptop over to the table next to me. Probably not a bad thing since I can check the chat more often that way. Cool. Alright, so that's everything that this kit came with. So these I bought separate. Ooh, there's also a... There we go. Motors. These I also bought separate. You pick out the gear ratio of a motor that you want to use for your balancing robot, and I picked out these. So that's everything. And I'm guessing they have instructions on their website how to put this guy together. Otherwise, I can definitely have an interesting time figuring it out on my own. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so this is definitely where batteries go. Wow, that's a lot of batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double A's, it looks like. Wow. That's a lot of double A's. That's okay, we've got plenty of those. It looks like I see potential mounting points for these motors, I'm thinking. And I think that the circuit board probably mounts onto this enclosure on the corners here. So that part's probably not too difficult to figure out. I'm not sure if I have to saw. It looks like I do. There's definitely some through-hole components here that it looks like I might need to solder onto this, potentially. There's definitely some screws and nuts in here. Other than that, I think I see where everything will likely go, roughly. And then there's hardware here. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the the computer, since it looks like I'm definitely going to need it. Then there's these, and I have no idea where these go, so I'll definitely need instructions. Everyone's like, no, 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 figure it out on your own. That's far more amusing. Alright. Woo! Alright, I'm back. Let's see. What is the easiest way to do this? Alright, here's my Arduino from last time. What can stay? What can go? Why is this here? I don't even know what this is. That's fun. This can get unplugged. And then all of that can just pretty much go with. Oh man. I sure do like making my life hard. Here, so you don't have to see me do this weird jockey thing. There, stare at that for a second. I'll be back in just a moment. Cord is connected. Although I'm not quite sure. I should unplug it. Oh. We have successfully been transplanted to the other end of the lab, although not incredibly gracefully. Oh no, that's bad. Holy crap. There's just like a giant knot of cords behind me, but that's okay. That's better. And I'm back. This camera's not that great. Or the lighting in here is just that terrible. Probably both. Alright. Power supply. Ah, COVID. I have to say COVID every time I cough now. But yeah, I went to the DMV on Wednesday for my driver's license, and it was completely dead. My birthday's next week, so my license, of course, has to be renewed by my birthday, because that's when it expires. So I wanted to get that out of the way before I even had to think of it on my birthday week, because I do take the whole week off to kind of just do Sarah's stuff. Well, not the whole week, but some of it. Usually ends up turning into a marathon where I burn through all of Lord of the Rings, the extended edition, both the Hobbit series and the normal Lord of the Rings series. So I got that taken care of, and luckily I went to the DMV with Mark, and it was utterly dead. There were 0 people there. I think there's total 10 people ahead of me. And the whole ordeal to file my paperwork, do the eye exam, and take my picture and get the card took like a half an hour round trip, which is nuts. So I got my whole day back once I was home, and I didn't fail my eye exam, which is nice, because it's been 2 years since I got new glasses, and I can't see shit. And the lady at the DMV was like, you know, put your head in the box and read line 3. And I was like, okay, so I put my head in the box, and I start, like, reading out, like, G, E, you know, F, P, and she's like, they're all numbers. I'm like, oh shit. So I read what I thought I saw and I passed, or she just passed me, I don't know. But yeah. I get a new license. I have no idea what the picture looks like. That's what we're all afraid of, right? Is getting the license in the mail and you just have like this terrifying, horrible like image that they just went with. My one from 4 years ago is terrible. It's I look like I'm on drugs or something. It's like real bad. Like I've had to just sort of stomach handing that to every bartender that I've crossed paths with in the past 4 years, but hopefully this one isn't quite as bad. Honestly, I don't see how it could possibly be worse, but I don't know, I'm 4 years older, so I'm sure there's new ways that my picture can look like crap that I don't even know about yet. We'll see. But anyhow, I'm assembling robots, right, and I need a power supply for my laptop, otherwise this conversation isn't gonna last for very much longer, right? So one of the things I started working on this week is I'm building a terrarium with my bestie. Like, he showed me this YouTube channel that involves... Oh man, my microphone is just buried back here behind a wall of crap. And he showed me I forget the name of the YouTube channel because I'm pretty bad about watching other people's content, or just shows in general. I don't watch TV. But the guy made these really cool like terrariums in these glass balls, and Mark coincidentally for Valentine's Day got me this little mini rose plant, like little tiny little rosebud bushy thing, and I want to keep it alive as long as I can. Like, I hate getting plants, or flowers in general, because they die, like, inevitably. You get to kind of slowly watch them decay. It reminds you of how fleeting existence is, which is depressing. But the kind that you get in like a little potted soil thing, like the implication there is that you're supposed to kind of keep those things going, you know. And I have this little soiled pot with this rosebud bush thing, and all the roses have since sort of withered and dropped off of it, but the plant itself is very much still alive, and it's really hard to keep plants alive here in Vegas because the air is so dry, and it just seems like everything inevitably kind of just shrivels up and becomes yellow and dead. I move the thing twice a day in and out of the sun at the other end of the room, and I'm super careful to keep it moisturized and waterful and hydrated, but it's starting to kind of get crispy on the edges of the leaves, and I don't know what I can possibly do about that other than like try to massage moisture into them directly, which you're not supposed to do to a plant. It's not like a person. But I bought this terraria thing from Michael's. So I'm gonna fill it up. I'm gonna do that thing that you're supposed to do with rocks and moss and charcoal and then a layer of netting, webbing or whatever, and then you put the soil on top of that. So you basically make like a buffer where moisture can collect underneath the soil so it doesn't get like moldy. I'm guessing that's the function of creating like the pebble layer at the bottom. But I'm gonna try keeping this thing alive in a terrarium so it's a bit more moist in here, at least moister than it is in the lab workroom with all of our fun chemical toxic air in here. Yeah. And then other than that, Mark is actually in the process of planting a bunch of seeds in little cups to see if any of them sprout. Anytime we eat fresh foods. We save the seeds out of things just to see if we can possibly get any plants to grow here in Vegas. And I know that not all plants are capable of growing in the desert, but some are. You can definitely make peppers grow in this climate, and there's a couple other things that can also thrive if you give them proper care. So we're gonna take a shot at actually growing food. Not because we think that civilization is gonna collapse or anything, but just because we want to. Promise. And I think Noodle is going to be getting a seed spreading apparatus this spring as well, once his new body's mobile. So I didn't mention this, but maybe I did. Noodle's getting a new brain, and it's en route. OSH Park was very kind and hooked us up with their new black midnight circuit boards. That they have this new service that offers the transparent solder mask on top of your traces so that you can see all the cool routing that you did. And they hooked Noodle up with really cool, pretty jet black brain boards that we should have next Tuesday, so long as like the postal service doesn't get shut down or anything like that. Depressing. But his new brain is 3 separate boards, and it's going to look like a cheeseburger, the way that it's layered. So his brain burger will be the next thing that I will be intensely working on once it's here. But in the meantime, I can work on things like terrariums and mini Carls, stuff like that. And once Noodle can move, and he's mobile, I think I'm going to give him an apparatus that allows him to fling seeds out into the yard so that he can not necessarily plant things, which might be a byproduct of the seed flinging. It's to draw birds back into our yard. There used to be a bunch of trees out in the I guess in the properties around us, and the people who moved into those houses cut down all of the trees for some reason. So all the birds went away because they don't have a place to nest and roost at the end of the day. And like 5-6 years ago, like when I first moved in here with Mark, I used to go out in the yard every night and have a beer, and I would like listen to the birds. It was one of the things that I enjoyed doing, and I think that a possible way to get them back is to give them like an incentive to come back, like seeds and stuff. So Noodle's gonna walk around and he's going to become the bird shepherd, and he's gonna throw seeds out into the yard so that his little buddies can come at the end of the day and like eat and like get acclimated to his presence, and then he'll just kind of be the crazy bird robot. Right, Noodle? He's got a bra on his head. And a pizza. Oh gosh. He has a pizza in his brain. And then his old body is somewhere in Europe, and I still don't really know where. I don't know. I'll let everybody know when I know what's going on with that. But anyhow. Where was I? Where's the lighting not shitty? Nowhere. The lighting's shitty everywhere. Ugh. Guess we'll keep Noodle on the camera. How are you guys doing? How about different? Defenestration? I don't even know what that word means. Defenestration. Defenestration. What does defenestration mean? That means you're only half a citizen. I suggest you pick the top half. Oh. I had a cactus in a pot once. It's so humid here, I never ever watered it, and it lived for years and years and years. It's super dry here. Vegas beef jerky affies stuff. Yes, it does. Oh no. By the way, did you see the blog? There's a hilarious photo. Wait, what blog? Oh no, I don't know what blog is it. What blog is there a hilarious picture of me on? Plant piracy. Can you grow citrus, figs, dates? I think figs and dates would thrive in Las Vegas. I don't know about citrus, actually. I'd have to look into that. I know we're definitely gonna try and build a pepper trellis in the yard, because we eat a lot of peppers, and we might actually consume whatever grows. Brain burger. Yes. There's gonna be a the meat, which is gonna be the main motor controller, kind of like his old brain. It's gonna look like a brain, but it's also kind of burger-like. And then connected to the burger, there's going to be a permanently installed board that is just for connections, like connectors for the motors and the eyes and the speaker and all the other things that he utilizes that are like peripherals. And that board is called the lettuce, and that's going to mount towards the bottom in front of the brain burger. And then all of that mounts at a right angle, 90 degrees, onto the cheese board, which is like literally like 100 by 100 millimeter square, like a piece of American cheese. And the cheese board is the adapter that plugs into the top of the Jetson module. So you have the cheese adapter, the lettuce board for all of the plugs, and then the brain, which is the actual controller that has the chip on it. So those are the three components. Like when I get it in the mail, and like the day that we actually assemble that, I'm gonna do a stream where I draw it out and show specifically how it works, but that's roughly how it's gonna do. The bird shepherd. I have pizza on my brain always. What's the bra doing on Noodle's head? I don't know. I don't usually wear bras, so if I do go out, I'll wear one. But as soon as I come back in the house, it comes off immediately. So I think I probably walked in the room and then like took it off and then put it on his head, because that's what you do with your kids, right? You put your underwear on their heads. I think he had two at some point. One ended up there, and then it just made sense that the other one went there. But then I couldn't find my bras, and I had to like remember that I was stockpiling them on Noodle's head for some reason. Postcards from the Aaron body? What? Oh no. Well, he's not gonna wear it on his tits now, is he? No, he's got 4 cups, one for each foot. Throw them out. The act of throwing someone through a window. Defenstration. Interesting. What's my meme of the week? I have no idea. Oh, it's on my own blog. Oh, there is a picture of me on my own blog. Oh, I didn't even know. I have 2 more posts that I wrote earlier this week that I haven't published yet that I need to. One is about imaginary friends, and the other one is about propaganda. Like, I started writing the other day, and I had like one intention, like one point that I wanted to make, and then it just went into this whole thing that panned out, and now it turned into 2 blog posts. So once I add some images and illustrations to them, so it's not just like dense paragraph blocks of words, I'll publish those. One of them's super lighthearted and kind of on brand for what I do, and the other one's like utterly serious and something that I think is important. So I'm gonna try and temper one with the other, but they do relate to each other, even if those 2 things don't necessarily seem related. Like off the top of your head, they do kind of. I go from imaginary friends to propaganda. Yeah. You'll see. I'm not that crazy. The one in the website? Oh no. Informal, the action of dismissing someone for a position of power or authority. That victory resulted in Churchill's own defenestration by the war-weary British electorate. There are 2 blogs on the website. The red one. Uh-oh. Reading things in chat out of context is, like, hilarious. Because I'm, like, just going through the list and it's, like, becoming its own thought stream in my head. And I know none of it's necessarily, like, related, but that's how my brain takes it in, and it's like... Anyhow. I need to go look for, instructions on how to put this thing together. I don't know why I thought they would... I thought there'd be, like, a little slip of paper in the, box that had a link. Which maybe there is. No. There's not. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so I am currently looking for instructions on Pololu's website for the, I think it said this is called Balboa? The Balboa balancing robot. Balboa. Okay. Please have instructions. They've got to have, they have to have instructions. Please don't be a video, because that would be really awkward. Oh god. Oh no, I don't see a link. Oh. There's technical specifications. Ah, there we go. Balboa Balancing Robots User Guide for Detailed Assembly Instructions. There we go. Overview. Included components, what you will need, supported operating systems, contacting Pololu, Balboa, blank and detail, microcontroller, user interface, motors, assembling the Balboa. I love how I just like skip half of it because I'm a horrible person. Alright. I don't know. I think one of the things I might end up having to do here is screen share what I'm looking at so you guys can see it too, which means... Here, is my face? Yeah, it is. Cool. Alright, I'm still there. I need a haircut. Like, anytime I start putting my hair in one of those, like, bam bam things on the top of my head, it's time to get my hair cut. The bob's going away this time, though. The era of the bob is over for sure. Okay, before doing any assembly, now is a good time to solder in the buzzer to the Balboa kit. This is a convenient time to add any other optional electronics or headers, such as the 2x20 female header for mounting a Raspberry Pi. Oh man. Okay, so I was correct. There does need to be some soldering, which is okay because I have... Mark?
What?
I might need you to solder something for me.
Just leave the part and $1 there.
It's
I'll get right on it.
Well, there's instructions and I'm gonna have you look at them with me right now so that you know what has to happen. So there's a circuit board here.
Oh, it has to be made or just pins put on it?
There's some like through-hole shit that needs to be put on it. Like
through-hole shit.
That's the technical term.
Alright.
Oh no.
Oh god, the COVID's are gone!
Oh no, he's spreading the COVIDs.
The COVID's got me!
To the whole workroom. Mark's
oh god.
special COVID sauce.
Coming to join you, Grandpa.
No. Don't get the pneumonias.
Don't get the COVIDs.
Don't get the COVIDs. Did anything else happen since I've pulled away from the computer and the internet? Rocky Balboa? Watch getting this pixie haircut. Oh, I mean, I've had my hair cut short like that for like my whole adult life. And then I guess 2 years ago I decided to do the bob thing with the bangs for a change of pace. And it's really not me. It's just a change of pace. It's something different. So I can look at myself and not recognize who I am for a little while. I'll probably go back to just having it short and messy, because that works for the longest period of time as it grows out. I don't get this, like, whatever the hell this is that drives me crazy eventually. And then I don't have to, like, put it up in, like, a bam bam and have everyone I know ridicule me. Because that gets old. Everyone says hi, Mark. James Driscoll says hi.
Everybody.
Hello, Mark. Everyone has the COVIDs. Well, we were at the DMV. Yeah, we were at the DMV on Wednesday, so we could have the COVIDs. And then Mark works at a casino, so he could already have had
Here's
it.
a random health message to your viewers.
What?
If you have COVID symptoms, what don't you do?
What don't you do when you have COVID? I don't know.
You don't go to the hospital.
Okay.
If you don't have trouble breathing, don't go to the hospital. Just because you have the sniffles or a fever, don't go to the hospital.
Don't give people medical advice, Mark.
No,
That's
there are all these news articles are about people that are just showing up at the hospital. They want to be tested just because they have the shakes or something, and it's like,
I don't know.
when you have trouble breathing or your fever is too high for too long, then you go to the hospital.
Yeah.
If you just feel shaky, confine yourself. Order some Google takeout.
Are you done, Grandpa? God. Secretly a crow. Gargamel. Nikumin says hi, Gargamel.
Hi, you person.
Place to be right now. The cards, the chips, and the people there. Yes. Luckily, Mark doesn't work like in the casino part of the casino. He works in for one of the shows, like way hidden in the backstage area. So he's sort of safe, but he still has to walk through like the people area.
People a night in there. So, am I safe?
I don't know. I mean, you're the plague vector for me. Like, if you get sick, I'm fucked. So, just saying. Yeah, if you feel like you're dying, I mean, he is right. Like, you should only go to the hospital if it's serious. Otherwise, the hospitals are just gonna get, like, thwarted.
Well, it's like people that are just slightly sick that want to go get tested, and the thing is, it doesn't work like that.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I hope it doesn't come to that. Although all of our stores are out of toilet paper, and that is crap. No pun intended.
Yeah, I'm gonna go at about 8 p.m. tonight. Go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
And get whatever I can. You know what I am gonna get?
What?
I'm gonna get a couple of bags of flour, a couple of bags of sugar, some yeast, and some other assorted random things. And I can make most of the things that you buy pre-made. I'm gonna learn how to prepare such things like tortillas and pasta and.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make hooch. I thought that was where this was going.
And hooch. I have a webpage tab up right now. You can make hooch from sugar and yeast. Probably not the best, but you know what? You distill it. You got yourself some vodka, no moonshine.
I love that that's your primary concern.
And it's an antiseptic. So boom, double tap right there.
Can you guys hear him? I don't even know.
It's incoherent mumbling.
There's this like old dude in the background rambling, going, "I need an antiseptic. It's gonna clean your body out of all the germs. You can't have COVID if you're filled with vodka."
Like where you're going with that?
No. Are we getting rain again? It looks like it's getting really shitty outside by the minute. Is it getting gloomy?
It is gloomy. Should I check the weather?
Yeah. Because you might be stuck inside again today.
Well, I'll go out in the rain. I don't care.
Yeah? Go out in public and battle the cold and rain and wet. Super smart. How's the chat going? Oh man.
It says cloudy. Today, cloudy wind. Tonight, partly cloudy. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. And then Sunday, sunny. And 68 degrees. It'll be a nice day, sunny, Sunday.
Days.
Die. We are getting the last of this branch of water.
Oh man, I was hoping that would last
out
all
in
week.
the ocean.
I guess it is the end of the week, so it did last all week.
Yeah, this particular storm is done. It's moving past. It'll be
That was nice. It rained all day yesterday. That was great. Like, that's how I want every day to be. Okay. I need you to solder something. Otherwise, this is never gonna get done.
I get that from a lot of people.
What? Oh, yeah, that's your lot in life, isn't it?
It's like Obi-Wan. It's like, help me, Mark.
You're
my only hope.
You are.
Solder this.
There we go. Come here. Come here, look at this. And say hi to everybody.
This was your father's soldering iron.
Okay, so
He
it's...
turned to the dark side.
I am the dark
What
side.
is that?
That's this. See, it's like, it's got like a little head on it.
All right.
And it says that there's a buzzer or something that needs to be soldered right there.
Okay, so we're adding a buzzer.
And
I
then-
didn't put the buzzer on.
I don't know.
All right, so
And then-
buzzer and the header pins.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Let's do this.
So you just like blow air like directly into my mouth.
I got to do this.
Fun fact, Mark definitely sleeps with his own air supply.
Yes.
Air filter.
I'm one of those people that have to wear a CPAP. Looks like a Darth Vader mask. But man, I sleep better. I dream better. And as goofy as the machine is, I love it.
See what you have to look forward to, kids?
And I won't have a stroke in the middle of the night because I'm not getting air. So
That's always
there.
a good thing.
So if you have problems sleeping, you're always tired in the day, go talk to your doctor about
Getting
a sleep study.
mask.
Get a sleep study. It's a good thing to get.
Or if your partner snores
Or if
all
your
night
partner
and
keeps poking you
awake.
with their elbow
That's not what I was
because you
going to
snore.
say. Or if your partner snores and you can't sleep, you
Yeah.
can instruct them to go get a
Yes,
sleep
if you're told that
study.
you snore like a lumberjack, you should go get.
I think
tested.
is the part in there?
Like, it probably.
I think there's
The resistors.
I think that's
No.
the buzzer might be this right there.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a lump.
Yeah, that's it. Stop
Okay.
thumbing it.
Okay, so yeah, there's little things there. There are no header bins. Do you have header bins? Header. In one of those bags.
No. I've looked at
What
them
about
all.
on this side? You have pointy blue bits. Oh, those are lights from something
No,
else.
that's
Okay.
that's not it.
your bits are more than pointy. Did it not have connectors?
No, there's no. That's for a Raspberry Pi. Although I'm not quite sure why I
So
would
you
need one
don't
of
need
those.
to add it?
I don't
Wait,
think it's-
optional. This is
yeah.
a convenient time. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, they have a link to it that you would purchase it.
Okay, then there's posts, which are what are that's what
Okay,
these are.
so we can add that at another time if you ever do want
Yeah.
to put a pie on
So
his.
these are those posts. That's this.
Okay, so I'm adding just the post and the
Okay, so
buzzer.
it says cut 2 of the included jumper wires
in
half
and
and
solder them
seven.
to the motor output pins with the excess wire protruding. Okay, so 4 protruding things.
At the top of the board.
Oh, and I guess you're going to connect those. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
What was number 1? The buzzer?
The buzzer.
Okay.
There's an outline for
Alright.
it. Right
Buzzer
there.
and then the 4 header wires. I might come back for the location on that again.
Okay,
So,
that's fine. I'm gonna sit here and scream.
right, I'm going to go sneeze into this rag again.
Are you sick? Are you actually? Hey, look at that. Oh wow.
No, I was planting seeds, and I think I have allergies to outdoor wildlife.
Oh god.
All right.
There you guys are. Wait. I just like activated Infinity. Nope. There's the chat. Oh, get that good oxygen. Sarah should 1000% dress like R2-D2. Wait, why? When did this happen? What? Why? I don't see why.
I agree.
All the
with
common
you.
emergency numbers were like foreign peoples. What? I sleep like shit. Maybe I should get one. I mean, I used to because Mark snored. Now I don't. But then again, I use earplugs and I can't hear anything. So I've accepted that if something comes for me in the middle of the night, I'm just gonna die or be woken up very abruptly by like guns or something. I don't know. But I can't hear shit now. And I got like these tiny, they're the ones I used for like the nipples on the Shibon project to test the nipple sensors. Those little pink ones, like I actually use those in my ears for sleeping every night, and it makes everything nice and silent. And I can't sleep without them now. So when I travel, it's just silence forever. I was always scared about that possibility, yes. What you dialed 327, the emergency number of Bangladesh. I just saw Wowhead and thought I was on my own tab for a second. Ha! Yeah. Wowhead. I don't know what I was looking up on there. I don't remember. I think I look up like 1,000 things a day on there when I'm playing. Because it's super helpful. Sexy, sexy R2-D2. What is WoW? WoW is World of Warcraft. Yes, it's an MMO where you can go and be a cow and murder people, which is what I'm doing is a form of therapy right now. No, I think I started doing PvP again like a month ago. So that's like my offset to life at the moment, since there's no more Splatfest, and I do really miss that. Although my best friend's trying to get me into Destiny 2, which is effectively like Halo, but an MMO. But I'm having a harder time getting into that. I've never actually played a shooter on a computer with a mouse and keyboard before, so it's a little bit difficult to get used to. Like, I've only ever played shooters, I mean, other than like TF2, which I wouldn't say really counts as a shooter, even though it technically is one. I always play them on console, and it's usually Xbox, and I have a thing in my hands, and I've gotten super acclimated to playing shooters with a controller, which I know I can plug a controller into my computer, but I just... No. I don't want to go that far. You can apparently use this NVIDIA streaming thing from one of their machines to play the game on a Mac now, because Destiny is not native to the Mac OS. Like, they don't have it ported to Mac, but there's that workaround now. So I have no excuse not to play. And I made this, like, heinously ugly character the other day with my bestie. Like, he was getting me all, like, acclimated. He's like, okay, you log in, make your character, you can be these 3 classes and these 3 different races, and then this is what you do.
Alright, so I got the buzzer in, so let's look at those 4 wires.
They go out
so
the top.
So it says chop them in front. Okay, it's the 4 pins in the little neck part of it. Okay. So I want to make sure the right holes, you get the right wires.
I made a character in Destiny that looks exactly like Stuart from Mad TV. And it brings me great satisfaction. But yeah, I do play WoW. Again, I haven't played in like 10 years though, so it was really weird going back.
Top of the board.
Because nothing's the same as it was 10 years ago. Like, I played WoW in college when I was doing school. That was like what I did at night in Chicago to keep myself from freezing to death and going out. But yeah, like, I went back, I made a Tauren named Crouton, and I run around, I'm a shaman, and I heal things with my magical juice powers. So I'm like a cow that, like, drops juice on everybody to heal them. And this is actually exactly what my article is about that I wrote. It's about that. He's like the thing that I created in my head that represents healing. There's also a cow on Twitter named Crouton, which is where the name comes from. There's this cow, probably see me retweet those videos all the time, but it's a real life cow, and their keeper posts videos of the cow basically growing up. Like, they've been doing this for over a year now since they received the cow. I guess it's technically an animal sanctuary that they have, so they have a whole bunch of animals that are just living their best life, and they take care of them. And Crouton's sort of their star. He's the cow that they, I guess they allow people come in and have therapy sessions with the cow. So he's literally a healing cow for actual humans that need to be around animals to, like, feel comforted, which I keep telling Mark I want a healing
They're
cow.
pointy, so don't stick yourself in there.
Mark, can I have a cow?
No.
Please?
You can have 3 chickens.
Can I have a cow?
No, 3 chickens.
Please?
No.
Can I have...
No cows.
Please?
We're not zoned for cows.
Oh
We're
God.
probably not zoned for chickens, but we could probably get away with it.
Oh, that's... Okay.
Do you need more soldering?
I don't know.
You think you're done with the
Yeah,
soldering?
I don't know yet. What's
All right.
people saying?
Just call me if you need some.
TF2 is really a hat collecting game. I have so many TF2 hats. My message got held? I don't know how to turn that off. I'm sorry. Be strange. I always think about her sister. Wait, what? Sexy Sarah R2D2. I'm not sexy. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm just... There's no sexy here to be had. What is WoW? Oh, okay, I read that already. Shit. Something about invasions. How would you explain it to somebody that... Oh, yeah. WoW is like an MMORPG. It's a massive multiplayer RPG game where you run around in this gigantic universe where there's like a million things to do, and one of those things is kill other people. You can like literally run around and prey on other people in the wild if you so choose. And I don't really know how the PvP server thing works these days, but you used to just be able to go fly around, and if you were strong enough you could pick fights with people, which is kind of what I liked doing the most. They changed that, so right now I'm just running Battlegrounds and doing other player versus player events just to kind of lick this competitive itch that I tend to have. When I was younger, I had a lot more outlets for doing like competitive things, like competitive video games, like 2D fighters and RTSs, like, you know, like StarCraft and everything. I had friends that I would play these games with, and it was fun, like it was engaging. And these days, everyone that I know is not so much into playing one-on-one or one versus one. My best friend, though, he's very much interested in coming over and playing whatever, whenever he can. Destiny is his outlet. WoW is currently mine. He's trying to pull me into his universe, and I'm trying to pull him back into mine. So who's gonna win at the end of the day, we'll see. But yeah, to go back to the cow thing, I made a character that is a cow that's named after the real life cow that I follow on Twitter, and it's my healing cow, since Mark won't let me have a healing cow.
That's right. Cyber cow.
I have to make a cyber cow, which I was supposed to do a stream about, because now that's going to become a thing.
You're supposed to one-up Elon Musk.
Cyber cow. That literally wasn't even in my mind when I said that, so has nothing to do with cyber car or truck or whatever the fuck you mean.
It does now.
No, it does not. Suck a tit. Cyber cow is not gonna have bad facets. He's going to be round. What?
I would totally capitalize on the bad facets.
It has nothing to do with that. That's not where my head was.
Metallic moo.
You make a
Blue
cow.
eyes
Man.
that glow with piercing out.
No.
No, a laser blue eyes.
No, then you're making a joke out of somebody else's
it's
thing.
parody.
That's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
You make a parody.
Okay, I will. Fine.
You can parody my cow. You can cyber cow. Cyber corgi. Oh, that's right. Cyber corgi came before cyber cow.
For the Mars.
I had a Pokemon named Cyber corgi. I think it was a corgi. Had to have been a corgi. Was there a corgi Pokemon when I played? Do you remember? A corgi Pokemon?
There is a corgi dog Pokemon, I believe.
Okay. My brain is like...
I seem to remember it.
I like vaguely remember. I played that game for like 2 weeks because it was short and kind of not good.
Yes, it does look like a corgi.
You played Tauren. My main is not a Tauren, but it is now because I made a new character. My actual main, like the
Yamper.
Yamper. Because of Amper. That's right. It's an electric dog. Polka dog.
Pikachu related.
When I was in college, when I was a spring chicken, I played a paladin. A blood elf paladin. So that is my main. But paladins are boring. So I haven't been playing it. I've been playing my cow. That's one hell of a kink. I don't even know. You and the cows go way back. They do. Like, my whole universe is cows. It has been for like a few years. It's just sort of like branched out in many different directions now. There's just cows all the way down. I'm gonna blame my friend Tony's probably the point of origin on that one, but it's like transcended him and it's become its own entire universe that's cows. Yes, Nikuman, M. Crouton, if you go on Twitter, which I highly suggest following if you just want something. Well, I can't say that. If like looking at farm animals sounds like it might relax you, then I highly suggest following their Twitter account. Aw, the steer always tried to kill you? Was a nasty beast? Oh, I want to be a cow whisperer. Tape 3 chickens together and it will become a cow?
Yes, I agree.
It's not Voltron. No. Best internet. Oh, God. Competitive dating. All date so hard. Ah, yes. The Nally war cow? Learn to weld, build a cyber cow. There's one now, but there wasn't until recently, Yamper. Oh, okay. Thank you for answering that. It is Yamper. Hi, Brian. Sorry, I'm reading this all so late. I do play on American servers. I think I do. I think I'm in a different time zone, though, somehow. Because the clock in the game is 1 hour ahead of me. So I think it's a central server. I didn't pick it. WoW is a game that when I was young, I played it with literally every person I knew back then for like a period of time. So I have like all these memories playing WoW with everyone that was ever important to me back then. And I think one of the first people I ever played with picked the server, and I never questioned it. And then I proceeded to bring everyone that I've ever met since then who has played with me to that server. So it's his fault. Weird thing. But yeah. I mostly just kill people though on WoW. That's my main thing. It's scratching the itch that Splatoon was doing for so long, like the past couple of years. Like Splatoon was my nightly, like, competitive run around and make a mess and get my blood going. Salmon. Aw. I didn't even know that they're separate. I thought it was all like one server now because they consolidated everything. Like I don't even know how that works these days. Because like you see a little star next to everybody's name and that indicates that like they're not necessarily on the same server as you. You're just kind of collectively being lumped into like one area. Micus, you're on a African server? There's different servers? Shit. I mean, I know there's different servers, but I didn't know there were different. No, I guess that makes sense. There's like Oceania and yeah, it does give you that option when you log in and stuff. or make a character or switch servers. There's like a thing in parentheses. I do remember. All right, wait. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go. I'm doing stuff down here again. Thank you, Mark, for putting pointy things on my board. Look at this. There's pointies. You can't even see that there. See them? Pointies. Oh man, do you need to see my face? You can't see my face because the computer's pointing the wrong direction. Okay, so you're gonna have to take my word for it because I'm not gonna split the screen. I'm gonna be a jerk. The next instruction is to make the battery box, which is what the board mounts to, and that's this thing right here. Yeah. Okay, so this, I guess, opens up or something. This is cray. Pololu. Oh wow, this is their own part that they had made. It says, you can't see that, but embossed in the plastic, it reads Pololu Robotics. Super cool. What is this? Oh, these are the instructions. Okay, so it says, actually, yeah, I do need to open this battery box, and I need to attach the metal bits, which is what these things are. That's kind of what I thought. Not very much these could be, but these are the battery contacts. Weird that they don't already just kind of natively come in the battery box. Oh, there we go. Ooh, look, there's little bearings. I know what those are. Okay, so I should just grab scissors and bring them here, but I'm too stubborn for that. And I don't know where we would have scissors these days. That's like the one thing in the lab that you can never find, right?
They're all in the bathroom for some reason.
Ooh. Kinky. Okay, so there's... Why are there different kinds of these? What the fuck? Huh. I have nippers somewhere. I don't even know where those are. Anyhow. Who else on the stream is willing to own up to playing WoW? Kia, you do, apparently, I guess. I didn't know you played WoW. Like, I'm trying kind of passively, or hoping that I'll get my friend Matt back into playing casually with me, but I doubt that will happen. It's kind of like trying to get your best friend back into heroin. It's like not a very nice thing to do. There we go. But, you know. What?
Trying to get your friend back in there.
I mean, effectively, yeah, that's what it'd be. Alright, let's see if I can do this correctly. Again, here's what I'm doing. I'm doing this step right here. So I'm holding this thing in, oh god, no, there we go, in the same orientation, but these things don't, they're different. They're different. There's two different types of this thing. Alright, so one goes here. Nope. I can attest to the fact that designing robot kits is hard. Oh god, there, okay, that goes there. Don't overthink it, Sarah. Don't overthink it. Please don't overthink it. Okay, I see, okay. And then we're not gonna fake it. We're not gonna fake it. We're not gonna fake it anymore. That's also quite dark. Just saying. Am I doing this right? Did I put that? I don't even know. Probably. I'm gonna go with a big fat probably. Probably did it right. Ow. Ham hands. Oh god, don't break the parts. Okay. Why are you grunting?
The new version of Eagle crashes when you try to push into Fusion.
Oh no.
Now I need to go to their forums and figure out what's going on.
Okay. So I'm doing this now because I did these 2 parts. Oh god. That's more complicated. I have to like slide it in from the bottom or something. Oh. No? Yes. Okay. So I just stuffed these in there. Now I have to flip it over. And then this apparently... Why did they do it this way? No? Maybe? I don't know. Huh. The nipple goes behind the pad. And then this nipple goes in the slot. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. This is so the connections, it connects all the batteries, I see. Okay, I get it. Okay, and then there's hardware, and the board is attached with the hardware, which is not the bearings. It's this? No. That's not even the same thing. Oh, I gave you the board. Is there hardware? Was there hardware in there? I need it.
Oh, did I not give you that?
No. I'm sorry. Give me the bag.
There's an extra wire in there if you need it. But...
Thank you. Thank you. Susan. Okay, so that's these. Okay, so the game, I mean, instructions, same thing. Game is instructing me to take the board and slap it on top of the battery box, like the back of the battery box, like this. Okay. And then it says to nut the thing down with the nuts and the screws.
What?
Oh, okay, there's the holes. I see them. There's 3 holes. Okay, so there's holes in the middle. Oh man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, it's shit. No. Yes. This. Mark.
What?
I'm not very good at this. She's not very good at this. She's not very good at this thing she's doing. Oh. Oh man. She's not very good at this. She's not very good at this. Where are those holes that I'm trying to skewer? Alright, there we go. That's where that needs to be. Ah, yes. And then there's supposed to be, yes, that's a capture nut thing. I see. So, true story, long time ago, Mark and I designed a robot kit together, and I had to make instructions for assembling the thing, and they ended up looking very similar to those. I used SketchUp to take screenshots that I imported into Illustrator, and I cleaned those up into vector objects. I need a screwdriver, don't I? Yeah, I do. Mark? Oh, I have one. I have everything I need buried here somewhere. What's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love got to do? Okay. Okay, and then it's the opposite hole. There's not really a whole lot to this kit, I think, assembly-wise. So I'm hoping once I attach the circuit board to the plastic bits and the motors, I forgot about the motors. It should be almost done. I'll check the chat here in a minute, I'm sorry. I just want to get this annoying part done. I'm gonna lose all these nuts, aren't I? Shit. No. Oh god. No.